Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. Videotaping his wedding day, never watched it. Now and every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
KBLA Talk 1580 thanks LA City Council members Curran D. Price Jr. and Heather Hutt for being the presenting sponsors at this year's Black History Month Luncheon. Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, I'm Tavis Smiley. The tools to hold a meaningful conversation should not be reserved just for a privileged few. It is a skill our world desperately needs in every community, at every table. So I'm pleased to announce the Founding Members Scholarship Program for my online course, The Art of Conversation, in 4 different categories. The Community Builder, for those who serve others, the Rising Voice for emerging communicators, the Bridge Builder for underrepresented perspectives, and the Determined Scholar for those facing financial hardship. If finances are the only barrier between you and this training, well, let's hurdle that barrier. We're accepting applications right now at TavisTalks.com. That's TavisTalks.com. The priority deadline is February the 10th. So visit TavisTalks.com right now and let's build this table together.
Welcome to Wealth Building Wednesdays, where we center Black, women, and BIPOC-owned businesses, highlight opportunities and initiatives for underrepresented entrepreneurs, and center socially innovative enterprises, building generational prosperity, fostering real networking, and recycling Black dollars. It's Wealth Building Wednesdays on KBLA Talk 1580.
It is indeed, and I am so excited to have a friend who's also, I didn't realize it was 50 years strong. You guys know him as an entrepreneur. You know him as a restaurateur. You know him as a community advocate. Greg Dulan, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So happy to be back. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's great to see you. You got the celebration T-shirt going, a sweatshirt going on, 50 years in business, and this is a multi-generational project.
Yes, I mean, I can remember like it was yesterday, starting out in the family business with my dad, and him being so determined to open a business, and he looked at several options. He looked at liquor store business.
Really?
He said no. That's no. And he looked at the nursery school business, which he did go into the nursery school business, and then he was just intrigued with the hamburger business and Fat Burger and the Snack Shack, which is on 57th and Central, and he chose the hamburger business, and and here I am today, 50 years later.
That's wild that you remember that. You were a little kid. You had to be a little kid.
I was a little kid. He used to take us downtown to the produce market to get the onions and the tomatoes and everything, the lettuce for the hamburgers. And so, that's how I grew up, going downtown shopping for produce. That's kind of strange, but that's what we did.
I mean, the thing that's just hitting me right now, because we had Dr. Sharita on last hour, 50 years celebrating her business, 50 years celebrating the Dulan's business, which is more than one. It's really kind of pointing a big spotlight on generational wealth today.
Wow, I guess the timing is perfect then. I'm glad I wore my sweatshirt.
Everything is in divine order. I mean, because you are running a business that started with your dad selling hamburgers.
Right.
You don't have a burger shack.
Right. And let me say my brother and I have a younger brother, Terry, and so both of us are running the family businesses together. It's too much for one person. The restaurant business is a very demanding business, as I'm sure you may know, or a lot of people know. So you have to have good help, and so he does. He runs the Manchester and the Century Boulevard locations, and I handle Crenshaw and the catering operation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you actually have 4 different businesses in one, right? 3 restaurants plus catering.
And a food truck.
I forgot about the food truck.
And the food truck. We have the Dulanville food truck, and keeps us quite busy. It actually was a lifesaver because last year we were able to take the food truck to Altadena.
Wow, yeah.
And we were there for 4 months.
You were there for 4 months?
Yeah, we were working in conjunction with World Central Kitchen, and we were in the fires ignited on January 7th, and on January 9th, we were in Altadena, and we stayed all the way through April, and we served close to 30,000 meals over that time period. It was one of the most rewarding and emotional things I've ever done in my career. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot of meals, a lot of months.
Yeah, it was.
And a lot of stories, I'm sure.
Oh, boy. Oh, God, the hugs, the tears, the emotion was just amazing because, when we got there on the 9th, the embers and the smoke and things were still raw. And, when the people were coming for the meals, they had nothing. They had nothing. And so they really appreciated, getting a nice hot meal, and it was a soulful meal.
Right.
And I was naive. I did not know the ethnic makeup of Altadena. And so when I learned it was a large African-American population, I said, oh, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so it really worked out.
That's amazing, because I can imagine some good cornbread and some smothered something would, be that comfort, that a little bit piece of comfort in a terrible, terrible situation.
I hope that it helped. We certainly got a lot of, praise and a lot of thank yous and things like that. And the folks really showed their appreciation. Like I said, it was very emotional. It was very, very rewarding. I'm just glad I was able to step up, and I had the capability to do what I did, to do what we did. And so it was an honor to be able to serve like that.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. And that's, I mean, you do a lot of business, and you're clearly a business-minded person, but you're very rooted in the community.
Well, I tell people all the time, I went to 54th Street Elementary School. The church directly across from my restaurant now is where I had my Y Indian Guides meetings with the Crenshaw YMCA. Our meetings were literally at that church right across the street, and I used to ride so this is my neighborhood. This is where I grew up. So to be able to come back and serve and operate a business in the neighborhood where you grew up is just the highest honor. It's just a great feeling, and so I really feel like I hope I'm adding something positive.
For sure. When you remodeled the Crenshaw Dulans, you really got your ancestors front and center. I mean, we see the family lineage on the walls, and I think it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a dream. It was very tough. We had a lot of challenges getting that project completed. Some things didn't go the way I wanted them to go, but I was determined to finish the job, and I felt that it would add a tremendous community benefit to have the restaurant there. I've been there so long, so I know what the community wants. They wanted a nice sit-down restaurant where they can bring their family and out-of-town guests, a place where they can hold significant occasions and events, a place where they can come and get their daily meal. And so I put all that knowledge into the design, and we came up with the new Dulans on Crenshaw, and people seem to like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You do have an event space there. You do have it's upscaled a little bit.
It's beautiful. We have 2 patios. We have a patio in the back that seats about 100 people. We have a patio in the front with a nice big screen TV so we can watch sporting events and do private events for about 50 people. I have 2 kitchens. I looked at the growth of the neighborhood in terms of all the housing, and so I built a second kitchen that focuses on my takeout and delivery business so that I can accommodate that clientele. And, I tried to build a restaurant for the future.
A restaurant for the future.
Yes, I think that's how I think.
A restaurant for the future, but bringing all the ancestors along from the past and all those recipes and tastes.
Well, our history, and when I say our history, I'm speaking about the Dulan history. It's all on the walls. My great-grandfather traveled from 500 miles from Missouri to Guthrie, Oklahoma, and signed up to participate in the Oklahoma Land Run in 1889. And so in 1889, he and they say he was a very enterprising young man. There's a story that we talk about in my family about how people were lined up to sign up for the land run, and it was a very hot day, and people were hot and fanning, and so he went and got a bucket of water and a ladle, and went down the line, and was selling people a cup of water for 10 cents, and he made extra money while he was himself waiting to sign up, and so he got the right to participate, hitched his wagon. They said go. He went to his plot of land, secured a 160-acre plot of land, which became the Dulan family farm, and we had generations of Dulans come out of that farm. There's a picture in my restaurant, which people tell me is very rare, but it's a picture of my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother. And then my grandfather's in the picture as a little boy. 7 children in that picture. And after those 7, they had 7 more children.
Wow.
So they had 14 children. I guess there's not a lot to do in the country. But anyway, so that's how we started. And I think that's where the work ethic comes from, because my dad, like my grandfather and my great-grandfather, my dad was a very hard worker, a visionary, just a brilliant man. And he, instilled that work ethic in us. He had us working. He had us working as young boys. I have 2 brothers, and and 2 sisters, and he made us all work. So we didn't like it, but that's, that was our dad.
You didn't like it, but and I remember your dad well. He was one of the first people that I met here when I moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Yeah, it's funny. It just came to me. I just remembered that talking to you now. Greg Dulan is my guest. It's a Wealth Building Wednesday. We're celebrating 50 years of Dulan's, and we'll continue when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominic DePrima when we come forward.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. Videotaping his wedding day, never watched it. Now and every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down the aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
KBLA Talk 1580 thanks LA City Council members Curran D. Price Jr. and Heather Hutt for being the presenting sponsors at this year's Black History Month Luncheon. Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Angela was. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was having health problems, got behind on her taxes, interest and penalties were adding up. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $15,000. Civic Tax Relief is a professional tax negotiation firm that can protect you from the IRS. If you're getting collection letters, call Civic Tax Relief for a free consultation. They will go to work helping you discover all the relief programs you may qualify for free. James owed the IRS $37,000. Civic Tax Relief represented him against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, he did not owe the IRS anything. If you are in trouble with the IRS, call Civic Tax Relief for your free consultation now. 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257. Get a free consultation and real tax relief. Call 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257.
The conversation continues right now with Dominic DePrima on First Things First.
We are talking with Greg Dulan, Dulan's Soul Food Kitchen, and shout out as you did to Terry, your brother, who also runs, you said, the Manchester location.
Yeah, he runs Manchester, Century. He's there every day.
And you got Crenshaw and catering.
I'm at Dulan's on Crenshaw, the food truck. So we divided up, and I think that's part of the reason we're able to keep the business going for a second generation, because otherwise it's tough.
I mean, we had a bit of a scare. Are you out of the woods? A lot of folks were scared that you were going out of business. I know that you purchased a property and trying to get parking.
Yeah, so I was trying to play developer, and that is something that I don't have an expertise in. So, but we're doing okay. We're working through everything, and we still have challenges that we're trying to overcome, but we should be fine, I think.
So we're not all the way out of the woods, but it's looking better.
We're not all the way out of the woods, but it's looking better. We still need people to come. And when that big announcement happened, which I didn't plan it like that, I didn't want it to go out like that. It just went viral. What an overwhelming response. I mean, the community came out big time. to support. People came from everywhere to eat at the restaurant, to donate money. Tiffany Haddish was just wonderful. Came and did a fundraiser at the restaurant. Thank you, Tiffany, for all the love that you have for the community, and other celebrities, but just the public in general just came out and supported, and so we just want everybody to come back and continue to support us, and we appreciate everything that everybody did and everything everybody said, and all the stories and all the goodwill. I just want to say I love everybody for that. Thank you.
It's dope. I mean, people just Dulan's is a beloved, it's a beloved community institution, all of them. And that losing that on Crenshaw, I think people really panicked. The last few times I've been there, I've seen a line.
Yeah. I was overwhelmed with the community love, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
But
it sounds like we need to keep it going.
Yes, we still need that support, that level of support that we received when the call went out, so to speak.
Yeah.
We still need that level of support, and we started doing new things now to invite people in. We started our new breakfast on the weekends, which is helping to bring people in.
What hours? Because I'll be there.
So our breakfast is dynamite. We do breakfast from 10 until 2 on Saturday, and 10 to 12 right now on Sunday. And then hopefully we will extend those hours earlier in the morning as it grows. But oh my God, it's really, really good, and it's very popular. And we're trying to reach out to give people more opportunity to come in and support the business. And so by extending our hours, we hope we're able to do that.
And you got that new takeout window where people can just roll up, get their takeout, and go.
Takeout window, yeah. I'm proud of what we built, definitely.
The catering side is a really big part of the business model, right?
Yes.
And we always talk here, particularly on Wednesdays, about recycling black dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to put a challenge out, but also the question for you is, what can you do? I want to put a challenge out to those of us who are in a position, whether it's with our nonprofits or our businesses that we either run, or we have those positions within a larger corporation where we can influence who the caterer is going to be, to consider using Dulan's. This is something you're really experienced at doing, and I've seen you everywhere from City Hall to, a small activist gathering. So talk about the catering, what you offer, why we should choose you, how we connect with you.
Wow, thank you for that. I've often said that I'm actually a caterer who just happens to operate a restaurant. I started in the catering way before I started in the restaurant business, and it's something that I know very well. We've catered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of events, and because we specialize in Southern cooking, we're really good at it. We're really good at the logistics and things like that, and I'm proud to say, and not a lot of people know this, but we were actually selected to cater the topping out ceremony for SoFi Stadium, which is the ceremony where when they place the last beam into the structure. They have everybody come and sign the last beam, which I signed, and I fed 3,500 construction workers. And I got everybody served in about an hour and 20 minutes.
It's amazing.
And because of that job, I did the same job at the Intuit Dome, same contractor, so they brought us back, smaller stadium. So at the Intuit Dome, we only fed 1,500, but again, we got them served in about an hour and 30 minutes. And both events were they were just my crown jewel events, and I'm just so proud of what we did. But we do events like that, small events, and then everything in between. And so we specialize in Southern home cooking, everything from barbecue to Cajun to,
So just because we
breakfast.
don't see it on the menu at Dulan's doesn't mean you can't cater it.
Our catering menu is much more expansive than our restaurant menu. Good point. Yeah. So we like to say that we are Southern food catering specialists, and we have the staffing, we have trucks, we have this, we have that, and I've been to every part of the region at least 5 times. So we know the geography really, really well, and it's just something we just really, really love to do. I love to do.
I like to hear that SoFi and Intuit at least utilize a black-owned business in that regard, because one of the concerns has been that bringing in these big sports franchises doesn't necessarily help local businesses.
Well, they made a concerted effort to reach out and to reach out to not just me, but I saw a number of small businesses and food businesses and other types of businesses on the construction sites, because I was on the construction site often, going to plan, especially for the SoFi. When we did that event, it was just dirt. Well, no, I take that back. The stadium was starting to go up, but it was just a lot of dirt. And so I had to go there a lot, and so I saw who was coming and going. And I think they did, they made the effort. They made the effort. And to be selected for that job, the topping out ceremony of those 2 stadiums is, quite the honor, I think. And they had a lot of confidence in us, in Dulan's. And there's some funny stories that go along with those events, but it was, we had a lot of volunteers. The first topping out ceremony, I realized I needed over 100 workers, and I didn't have that many people on my staff. And so, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And so I called the coach at Crenshaw High School, and I said, "Coach, I need your football team." He said, "What do you need?" I said, "I need your entire football team." And nobody knows the story. And so
you might have to tell it after News, Traffic, and Sports. Can you stay and tell?
Yeah.
Because I want to hear this. The football team.
Yeah.
And the catering at SoFi. Very poetic there. KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. A remarkable piece of history has been uncovered at Manhattan's Merchants House Museum. While examining an old dresser, experts found a hidden opening leading to a tiny chamber and ladder, a long-rumored stop on the Underground Railroad. Historians say builder Joseph Brewster was a devoted abolitionist who created secret spaces to protect freedom seekers. A black man from Atlanta, Georgia, has been sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in federal prison for threatening to kill President Trump during a TikTok live stream. Investigators later found ammunition and explosive materials inside 30-year-old Jawan Rashawn Porter's apartment. And Layla Edwards has made Olympic history, becoming the first black woman to compete for Team USA in ice hockey. The 22-year-old debuted in Milan Cortina, earning her first Olympic point as the U.S. beat Czechia 5-1. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
In the new year, make one commitment. Don't let someone else's carelessness leave you paying the price. OPO Law has been protecting Los Angeles for nearly 50 years. So if you're injured this holiday season or at any time in 2026, go to opolaw.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers play San Antonio Tuesday night without LeBron, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves, and they got pounded at Crypto.com, 136-108. 40 points for Spurs star Victor Wembanyama. The Clippers lost at Houston last night, 102-95. Tough shooting night for the Clippers. They missed 22 three-pointers. The men's basketball teams at Hampton University and North Carolina A&T will arrive in Los Angeles today. They're in town for the NBA's HBCU Classic Friday night at the Forum in Inglewood. The game kicks off NBA All-Star Weekend. You can meet the players from both teams at a pop-up event Thursday at LA Live in downtown LA. The pop-up, sponsored by the NBA and Foot Locker, is scheduled for 4:30 p.m. to 6. It's free and open to the public. And the marching bands from Hampton and North Carolina A&T will be there to perform. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with the world. African Focus Incorporated is a community-based organization whose mission is to bring Africans and African Americans together, lead charitable initiatives on the motherland, and educate people from all walks of life on the beauty, legacy, and opportunity of Africa's 54 nations. And it's that time once again when African Focus is teaming up with KBLA Talk 1580 for our 8th annual African Focus Trailblazers Tour. Travel with us in 2026 when we're headed to the southern African nations of Zambia and Botswana for a historical, cultural, and vacation tour led by me, Dominique DePrima, Cultural Ambassador for African Focus Incorporated. Enjoy luxurious accommodations, conscious fellow travelers, shopping, adventures, cultural tours, wildlife safaris, and a giant waterfall, one of the world's 7 wonders, along with a chance to be of service at an orphanage on the continent. Become an AFI trailblazer by exploring the motherland with a nonprofit organization that has members in Africa and America to help roll out the red carpet for you, and together we'll make a difference and have fun doing it. For more information, visit africanfocus.org or call 310-676-7300. That's 310-676-7300 or africanfocus.org. Whether it's stateside or exploring the diaspora, we're with you every step of the way. African Focus and KBLA Talk 1580. Come go with us.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? We didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, I mentioned to you that I met your dad when I first came here because the only people I knew in LA were Ken and Katie O'Hara, Ken Jewett and Katie O'Hara, who worked with your dad on the, I think, on the one of his restaurants.
Mm-hmm,
and so I was introduced to him, and he was such a nice man, and the food was so delicious. I didn't know anybody in LA, knew nothing, no one. So it just hit me that your dad was one of the first people that I met, and you traveled with us to Africa, and so it's like this sort of just happenstance, interactions that we've had that I really cherish, not to mention the food I do eat at Dulan's. I love your cornbread so much.
Thank you.
That's terrible, but I do. But anyway, we were talking about the football team. So SoFi Stadium, you need 100 workers. You call Crenshaw High and you say, Coach, I need your football players. And he says, what?
He says, okay, Greg, you got them. And so this is neighborhood history that nobody knows. And so I hired the entire Crenshaw High School football team. And they were in practice. They were in their practice season, right? And so I had to train them, right? And so they would leave football practice and then walk over to Dulan's, and I would feed them spaghetti, to get them to come. And then I trained them while we were on the patio. And then I realized I still didn't have enough people. And so I said, Coach, I need the cheerleaders too. Send me the cheerleaders, please. Send me the cheerleaders. So the kids came, and then I reached out to to Faithful Central Church in Inglewood, and they had a homeless ministry, and they sent me some of their homeless parishioners, some of the church volunteers, and I built up this team of over 100 people just from community folks, high school students, homeless people, and I trained everybody. And with that team, we went out to that construction site and we fed over 3,000 people in less than an hour and a half. It was amazing.
So football players made pretty good, and cheerleaders made pretty good waiters and servers and catering assistants.
Well, a lot of times, the kids in our community get a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that we have some of the best talent and work pool in anywhere. I mean, just we have talent. And if you give the kids and the young people something good and positive to do, they rise to the occasion. I wish you could. I have video of these kids serving these construction workers. I have just wonderful pictures, and I was just as I walked, I was just so proud to see it. Everybody was just professional and greeted the construction workers, and they did such a good job that we were invited back to do the same event for the Intuit Dome. So it was just one of my proudest moments as a business owner to be able to reach back like that, to help the kids earn money. And they were really, when it was over, they all sat around and they were just really proud of what they had accomplished.
As they should be. And there's something really, karma-like and cute about having a bunch of Crenshaw High football players sort of initiating the SoFi Stadium.
It was community
very
nice.
Magic in that.
Yeah, it was very, very nice, and so that's history. That's history.
You know what else is history? You made the top 100 restaurants in LA from the LA Times 2 years in a row.
This year, I was the Gold Award winner.
What does that mean?
I was the Jonathan Gold Award winner. There's only one, and so that meant that I received the Jonathan Gold Award for 2025, which is like the best restaurant, top restaurant recognition that you can receive as a restaurant owner in the city of Los Angeles.
Wow, congratulations.
So, yeah, it was quite an honor. And, the award is presented in front of all your peers, a couple of thousand people at the Hollywood Palladium. You feel like king for a day, it's just a great feeling.
Oh,
it's just a really great feeling, but it was a great honor to our family business, to my brother who helps us run the business, to our parents who helped start the business, and it just happened to happen on our 50th anniversary as business
amazing.
owners.
Congratulations. I was happy. I'm that dork that looks through that 100 list and tries restaurants I've never heard of. So
some of them are pretty good.
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, some are pretty good.
Some of them not so much, but mostly they are.
Yeah.
And so I was really happy to see you there, and then see you there again.
Yeah.
And so after kind of you went viral and everyone started rushing in, save Dulan's, let's go to Dulan's. Like many things, it's cyclical. Are we sustaining that? Has it?
It's kind of dropped off. I don't know where everybody went.
Yeah.
So I need people to come back.
Yeah.
That lift was incredible, and we still have challenges.
I mean, we're in a gentrifying environment. Every time I look up, a building on my block has been flipped. Every time I look up, there's another apartment building, and I wonder who's living in them. I'm hoping those are customers for you, but I'm sure that owning your space in that strip can't be can't be easy in this environment. And I feel like if we don't continue to consistently support our businesses, they will disappear. And here's the thing. I've been so proud of LA because in the middle of gentrification, especially Leimert Park and Crenshaw, I see Black people buying buildings, starting businesses, making our footprint bigger, even as some of our housing is disappearing, and people from other communities are moving in because they see it as a bargain. So it's like a push pull, and I just hope that I have a pet peeve. I just hate it when my favorite businesses, Black-owned businesses, go away.
I tell you what I'm proud of. I remember when we started Aunt Kizzy's Back Porch, there weren't a lot of African-American-owned soul food
That was
style.
in Marina Del Rey.
Aunt Kizzy's Back Porch in Marina Del Rey. Operated for 37 years in Marina Del Rey. And now I see all these young entrepreneurs opening all these fantastic food establishments, Alta Adams, 1010 Wine, Grits and Waffles. I haven't been there yet. I'm coming. There's many other. I can't even remember all the names, but these are young people.
Mostly millennials, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're like my kids
Hilltop
are,
and Aura.
Hilltop,
and
Aura.
Yeah.
All way younger than me, right?
Somerville, yeah.
Somerville, and they're opening all these fantastic eateries, and I'm just like, wow. And the creativity, the menus, is it is something that makes me proud to see. And I try to. I don't try to. I do go to a lot of these places because I love them, and that. From my perspective, having been in the business as long as I have,
50 years, so since you were 2,
right? That's the biggest change that I have seen, is the growth of all these new, upcoming, fantastic food concepts that are just available for, and that are making Los Angeles, giving us more reach as it relates to African American cuisine and culture. And then you toss in Destination Crenshaw with that whole development, and creating a African American themed outdoor art experience.
Which they need to hurry up and finish.
Okay, I didn't say that.
I did.
I didn't say that.
Well, our building is right in the middle of Destination Crenshaw, and I've seen it. It's beautiful.
Oh man!
But we need to come on now. Let's get this done.
So Sankofa Park, they're going to start back on Sankofa Park in the next couple of months. So Sankofa Park will be finished this year.
Okay.
I got the guarantee on that from Jason Foster.
Your mouth to God's
ears. So Jason, Sankofa Park this year.
Yeah.
And but in all seriousness, it's been tough. I mean, it's just a tough environment, and all of us in the Crenshaw corridor are doing everything that we can to try to provide the best service, to create the best environment for the people that live there now, and for the people that we anticipate coming in the future. And so, we're working very hard. There's a lot of resiliency being exhibited, and just hang in there with us, continue to support us. And if you do that, if the public does that, they'll be proud of what we create in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about the businesses that didn't make it, because aside from gentrification, right, we've had the Crenshaw, all of the building of the metro there, and I know some businesses got compensated, but does it really make up for what you lost? Hard to say. I know we lost Mr. Wisdom. I know we lost a bunch of businesses.
Yeah, we have.
And then in the middle of that, we have pandemic. And I know you served a lot of people during the pandemic, but that's not good for restaurants.
No.
And now, gentrification and everything costs so much that prices are up. So it's got to be a challenging environment. We need you to be there another 50 years, other than, going for breakfast, which I definitely will do. I didn't know you were having breakfast now.
To be able to survive all those things you just mentioned, must mean that Dulan's and Greg Dulan specifically is a resilient, hardworking person who can figure out how to overcome challenges, which is what I do every day. And so I appreciate all the people that have believed in us and who have supported us, because they know that we are resilient, we are smart as it relates to keeping the business going, and we're worth supporting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And also, okay, I hope you don't take offense to this question, but it seems like when you shut down for a while and you remodeled, that when you reopened, the food was slightly different. And I love it. Not that it was bad before, but I feel I don't know, did you refresh? There's
a story behind that one, too. How much time do we have?
Let's hear it.
But
tell me the story.
The construction process was challenging, and it took probably over a year and a half longer than it should have. And there are different things that occurred I won't go into here. But because we were gone so long, all of our original staff had to go elsewhere and work. Now, in most cases, that was a good thing. And so when I came back, I had to rebuild. And I had to rebuild my kitchen staff. And the first thing I said was, I'm going to get a chef in here that can help upgrade the food and make things better. And so I thought I had that person. Turns out the person that I thought I had couldn't really do what I needed them to do. And I was in despair. I didn't have anybody, and I was in the kitchen myself, which would have been a disaster. And this person walked in my kitchen I had never seen before. And she said to me, with her angel aura around her, she said, "Do you need some help?" And it happened to be on the night I was doing my friends and family tasting. So I had 100 people in the restaurant, nobody in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. I'm struggling. And I looked at her and I said, "No."
Of course I don't need help.
I went back to working, and I looked back, and she was still standing there, with the angel. Ooh,
heaven opens up. There's a beam of light.
And so I said, "You want to do this?" She said, "Yes." "You want to do this?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "Here." I gave her my apron. And ever since that day, Miss Natasha Butler, we call her Chef T, has been running our kitchen. She is an angel. I get emotional thinking about it, because she and her husband have just given their all to help to make the new Dulans on Crenshaw successful. She did change up a couple of things. I think our food is absolutely delicious.
It is. I mean, like I said, it's not that it was bad before, but I noticed a difference. There's that little angelic thing, I guess, is coming through.
It was all angels, all God, because I was in trouble, and for her to come in, and the way I said no, anybody would have left, but she didn't leave. She just stood there.
Well, at least you had the good sense to say yes the second time, because I don't know if you get a third one.
Thank God. So I gladly gave her my apron. I like to be in the front.
Yeah.
I like to do what my dad did, and that was to relate to the customers,
be a community
talk
ambassador, business person, a visionary.
Yeah, the easy stuff. I want to do the easy stuff.
I don't know. It doesn't seem easy to me.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. We have. I was telling someone this the other day. I see people when they are happy because they're getting married, or because they're having a graduation, or because they had a baby. I see people sad because their mother just passed away. I see people at for sporting events. I see sororities and fraternities. So I see more than probably most people as relates to Los Angeles and different personalities. And we just have great people here in Los Angeles. We have a great city. And folks are from everywhere. And people are really friendly and very nice and very supportive. And I think this is probably one of the best places to operate a business and operate a restaurant in the country.
Indeed it is. And guess what? There are black people here, quiet as it's kept, and quite a few of us. I really, 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 really pray that all continues to go well and that we get all the way out of the woods. And, I just want to ask you, even though it may sound repetitive, what else can we do other than, eat cornbread, smothered chicken, baked chicken is really good. Fried chicken is amazing. Don't let me. I'm over here. I love your meatloaf.
Well, honestly, I'm glad you asked that question again, because we're really trying to grow our breakfast business. Our breakfast business is something that we're really hanging our hat on for 2026, and we do these delicious sweet potato waffles.
Oh no, I need that.
And we put fruit on them, and they're just delicious. And blueberry biscuits. Chef T makes blueberry biscuits.
Oh, okay.
Biscuits cooked with and then some of the traditional shrimp and grits and pork chops and eggs, and we do a breakfast scramble that's really, really good. And so I'm trying to get people to come out to try
breakfast. That's only on the weekends.
Saturday. Right now, we're going to grow it.
So
far, depends on how it grows. But right now, Saturdays from 10 to 2, and then Sundays from 10 until 12. We will expand the hours as the business grows. Eventually, I want to start opening at 9. Possibly even 8:30 or something like that. But right now we're starting at 10. And then we just want people to come and host their events there. We still need support. And the public support, when, the public support has been amazing, but we're still facing challenges, and we still need folks to come out and support and book events and come for meals and bring your family and your friends and all the things that folks have been doing over the years and over the last couple of years.
And if I want catering, what do I do?
You call Kim Hernanadez. And Kim Hernanadez has been with me for over 20 years. She is our director of catering. And can I give you her number?
Yes, please.
Her number is 323-829-5923. That's 323-829-5923. 5923. That's her personal cell phone, and then she handles all our catering. And everybody knows Kim because she's been at Dulan's for over 20 years.
That's amazing. Well, Greg Dulan, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming in, and I know where I'm going for breakfast this weekend.
I'll look for you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much.
It is. Thank you, and Godspeed.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
323-829-5923 for your next catering occasion. We are talking AI and God. I know that sounds weird, but it is a whole thing. We have an author who's done a deep dive on this, and I am looking forward to the conversation. Look, it's going to be an eye-opener. Dr. Barbara Reynolds joins us next on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
What if poetry wasn't something you studied, but something you felt? Poetry for the People, the June Jordan Experience, is now live at the Fountain Theater in Los Angeles, celebrating the life and legacy of June Jordan, visionary poet, activist, and truth-teller. This vibrant musical experience brings her words to life with rhythm, joy, and power. Directed by Raymond O. Caldwell and featuring music by her longtime collaborator Adrian Torft, it's joy as resistance, love as liberation, and poetry for the people. Tickets are on sale now at fountaintheater.com. That's fountaintheater.com. Still battling a thirsty lawn that guzzles water and drains your wallet? Let LADWP turn that patch of grass into a gorgeous, drought-smart garden for free. We're talking a full California-friendly landscape makeover designed and installed by pros at no cost to you. That's right, LADWP does the work, you get the upgrade. Ready to transform your yard and save big? Visit LADWP.com/leap. That's LADWP.com/LEAP.
My name is Tyrone Owens, and this is my home for 23 years that burned in the fire. Me and my wife, Charlene, we had this whole yard decorated every year.
This was the house that sparkled throughout the entire neighborhood on all the holidays. It's a community that will never be the same due to the negligence of a utility company. So I am pretty upset about that.
We were nowhere near being able to rebuild with our insurance. It's going to cost $1 million to put your house back up.
I want